Toji Fushiguro, the one who didn't left it all behind. Toji was born into the Zenin family, a clan that values strength above everything else. But not just any strength. What mattered to them was strength as a Jujutsu sorcerer. Since Toji was born without any curse energy, life there was hard for him to say the least. He was bullied, treated like a lesser being, and it all accumulated in the moment he was thrown into a pit packed with cursed spirits to die. Toji, however, didn't die, he came back only with a scar on his lip. The reason he survived is, of course, heavenly restriction, which in exchange for taking away all of his curse energy grants him superhuman physical abilities. Toji Fushiguro became a complete anomaly and soon began building a reputation as the sorcerer killer. But then he met his wife, who finally changed his life for the better. He even took her name, becoming Toji Fushiguro. They later had a son named Megumi, but soon after he was born, Toji's wife died. This made him return to his old ways, this time as Toji Fushiguro. In 2006, Toji takes an assassination contract on the head of Riko Amanai. Toji doesn't really care about the rights or wrongs of what he will be doing or for whom, but don't get it wrong, he knows exactly what he is doing. His main problem is of course Satoru Gojo. So he posts a high bounty on Riko Amanai's head himself to bait every other assassin that might be interested into hunting Riko and her two bodyguards, Gojo and Geto. Of course Toji wants to do the job himself and collect the payment, but since he's going against the only user of both the Six Size and the Limitless, he wants to play it all out on his own terms. For about 2 days, the assassins and the bounty will keep tiring Gojo and Geto out, and then finally on the third day, Toji will come to finish the job, since he's sure that nobody else can do it.
Not even you.
Toji uses the fact that he's basically invisible to sorcerers, since he doesn't possess cursed energy, and sneak attacks Gojo. The strike doesn't kill him, but it weakens him even more on top of the fact that he was already completely exhausted. Satoru asks Toji if they ever met before, to which Toji replies,
"Yeah, we have, but don't worry about it. I'm terrible at remembering guys' names too."
And this is a lie. Because while he is called a man who left it all behind, this may not be the case, even if it is subconscious a lot of the time. And the topic of names is a good place to start. When his broker came to see him and called him Zenin, he instantly told him that it's Fushiguro now. This is because, for one, he hates Zenin, and for another, it's in memory of his dead wife. When they meet again at the race, the broker asks him about Megumi, to which Toji replies, "Who's that?" Of course he remembers his son, he just probably finds this topic too private to talk about. He even asks Megumi in Shibuya what's his name, and genuinely smiles when he hears it's Fushiguro. Toji definitely cares about and remembers names more than he would like to admit, because being born with the wrong name costed him a lot. This is why he plays it like Gojo is not a big deal, because he still tries to seem like he left it all behind. Then the fight begins and we get to experience heavenly restriction in action. Toji is stronger and faster than Gojo could have anticipated. He waits for the perfect occasion, plays his opponents and coldly calculates, but you can also see his dark side. After that, Toji heads down to Tengen's chamber. After winning the fight with Geto, Toji says that he will leave him alive because of Geto's technique, curse spirit manipulation. Basically, Geto can absorb all types of curses and later use them as his allies. But since Toji doesn't know if ending Geto right there won't unleash them all, he doesn't want to risk it.
"You have the blessing of parentage."
As he's leaving, he tells him to thank his parents who birthed him with it. This is of course a nod to Toji's own parents who birthed him without any curse technique. And you have to remember that Toji just delivered the biggest middle finger to Sorcerer Society by defeating two of the strongest people of that time, and he was still subconsciously mad that he was rejected at birth. Toji collects the reward and heads out. But then the impossible happens, and Satoru Gojo comes back from the dead. Gojo is stronger than ever, challenges Toji to a fight. While Toji is shocked, and for the first time not really prepared for it, he charges at Gojo. Toji gets a feeling that something is not right, and it is in more ways than one. The contract is done, so why is he even still there? Well, because he didn't leave it all behind. This is the first moment when Toji actually understands that he can't let go. Not when the peak of the sorcery world, the world that rejected him, is standing right before him. So he stays, Not for the money, not because of some crazy plan, but because he wants to prove that they were wrong about him. And this leads to his downfall. As Toji's dying wish, he tells Gojo about Megumi. You know, the child he was saying he doesn't remember? Because in that moment, he understands that he never actually let go of the past. Toji probably made a fortune on assassinations, judging by the fact that he built his legend as sorcerer killer and also had one of the most valuable cursed tools in the world. So he didn't have to gamble, he actively chose to do it, maybe because for Toji being the best and proving himself was never enough. It was always about luck or fate. I don't think Toji did it because he had a gambling problem or just wanted to waste money. He did it because he wanted to finally get lucky. What he doesn't remember is that he did get lucky. He got wife and son. But he chose to leave it all behind.